Hey everybody, I hope this video turns out. My family are downstairs watching a movie and it's very loud. And I wanted to upload my altered teacher 10, but it would only let me do one picture at a time. Well, one picture just doesn't tell you everything about it. So I wanted to show you. I don't know why I'm obsessed with making these shaker cards. It's the only reason I buy glitter. I don't make tumblers and such because other people do it much better. And I'm not that patient to wait, 24 hours for anything to dry. But I made this teacher 10 for my sweet daughter. I hope she loves it because I love her very much. She graduates this May with a bachelor's in education and special emphasis in special education. So I tea-dyed and I really made it look like tea-dye. I used my distress ink to make it have this age look. I put a little pin there, a little bubble pin. I've got a piece of eyelet flower that I cut out there with a little tag and a button. Like I said, that's a shaker. And if you can tell, this paper here is like notebook paper. Here's the guts of it. I'm gonna save this and put it in a different thing. Now, hidden inside, I don't know if I can make you see that, are some little words. One is, if it wasn't for the glitter, I can't help it. I just love the shaker. This one says congratulations. This one says knowledge, and this one says graduate. Just so one day when she's looking, she's like, gee whiz, Mom even hid little letters. Here's some dyed cheesecloth. Around the edge, I've got some pretty lace and a little bit. This is actually an elastic. I think I tore a piece right here, so I'm gonna have to glue that down. Along the edge of the outside, I've got a border of different types of ruler. Again, these are all from Graphics Fairy. I'm in love with all this stuff. So this is what they started out looking like. I just printed them all out in different sizes and chose the ones. I've got different colors. This one's darker and then lighter, bigger numbers. On the bottom, another Graphics Fairy image. It's a type of I don't know if I have another one, but I enlarged this. It was just a little advertisement with some writing on it. So let's get to the inside because that's where the fun is. Let's see here. All right. In the very top of the lid, I've got two magnets. This is one made out of the other side of this elastic. I don't know if I have any extra to show you. I just cut some in half, and this was the extra, so I just coiled it around. I actually put it on one of these like a little bingo chip I had laying around. So I glued it down there and put a magnet, and this is a little piece of tatting that was given to me in a swap. And I'm going to set that there. My daughter's last initial is L, like mine. And this is just on one of the little papers that came in the Graphics Fairy bundle. And I had this L. Coincidentally, it was in there, and I thought, geez, I can use that. I sewed it down on the back of another Graphics Fairy paper. And on the back, it's the education dial. Now, it is upside down, but hey, it is what it is. Inside here is a penmanship certification that came in the Graphics Fairy bundle. I believe this is, I will look up the bundle in just a second. Let's see, it'll take a second for it to load up because I've got so many downloaded. And I put, again, another piece of the lace that's out here, right inside here on top of that certificate. Now, like I said, these are magnets. They go right there. I think that just makes a neat little touch. So I printed off on wallet size. All of these are on wallet size. A little library card, and I distressed it. Still another place if she wanted to journal. I doubt she will. She told me never to make her a junk journal. She won't use it. I'm like, what? You thought about writing in my junk journals I make? Just kidding. Here's just a little paper that was in the Graphics Fairy images too. I want to say, I'll find that in just a minute. And what I did, I took a Ziploc bag. I saw this on another lady's page, and I put down Mod Podge, and then I put my paper down, and then I Mod Podge it again and let it dry. And when you peel it up, it feels like vellum, and it's just so cool. I just love the effect of that. I made a Scholars Monthly Report with a cool little fastener there. And I just put a few little pieces from the Graphics Fairy bundle in here. And so, I'm sorry, I used my tiny Tim Holtz stapler there. Sure did. So let me close that back up, because I know me, I'll lose a piece of it. I'm so excited about this tin. I just love it. I made a tiny little book tag with a button, just a little piece of fabric. I did stamp on the fabric with one of my OD molds. I like this. It's got a pretty script on it. I put a little tiny bingo marker in there. Here is another piece from the Graphics Fairy, and I believe this one's a Graphics Fairy. I have to double check that. But I put a little piece of jute around it to give it a semblance of an old slate board. And on back's just a piece of black construction paper. Here's a pretty key I made with a little fob. I glued a button. I'd sewn some thread through it first and put a couple little fidgety things on there. Now, here's something I just love. Why, I didn't have to make this, but it was so much fun. I added a little ruler, and I swirled it like that a couple times, and now it just has like a muscle memory, so it stays that way. Look at this. Again, I did the same thing that I did when I made the vellum paper with the flashcards. These are printed out in wallet size, and is that not the cutest thing in the whole wide world? So I distressed them before I glued them down to the Ziploc. I'm sorry, that's just the cutest thing in the whole wide world. I just love it, and I tied it all together with a little piece of jute, just because that seems reasonable to me in an old schoolroom. And inside is a beautiful classroom scene. I glued down on the edges, that piece is coming up, just an old book page. Well, and that's it. I'm glad you were here to enjoy this with me. My family's probably a little tired of seeing all my tins and junk journals, but they tolerate me, and I just love it, and I hope it inspires someone else to do something fun. And this is for my sweet Abby. I hope she likes it. I hope you guys like it. Have a good day, friends. Stay well.